Amir Khan, man, crybaby of fucking 2011, and if he doesn't stop, he's going to be the crybaby of 2012 too. Because I'm reading articles and I've listened to a couple of interviews with this guy, man, and he is fucking bawling still over losing the fight to Lamont Peterson. Now, Amir, I have watched that fucking fight 4 or 5 times. Okay, because in my opinion, I think that was the fight of the fucking year because it was a close fight. It wasn't a fight that was dominated completely by either guy. But here's what I will say, though. The rounds that were dominated completely were by Peterson. Those rounds, the best rounds of the fucking fight, went to fucking Peterson. Okay, all you did, Amir Khan, was throw out your little combinations, and I think you got credit for a lot of them motherfucking punches that weren't even landing, really. I mean, Peterson rolled and got away from a lot of those fucking punches and had his guard up. You hit his glove a lot of times. So you probably got more credit than you actually fucking deserved, man. You probably actually lost more rounds than they actually put up there, but you lost the fight fair and square, and you are still running around like a fucking idiot trying to get the decision overturned, man. It's not going to happen, man. And if it does, that would be the saddest fucking thing that I've ever seen in boxing, man. It would be the saddest thing. I would take boxing as a complete fucking joke if they did that shit, man. Like, it was bad enough that they overturned the decision with the Dawson and Hopkins situation. But if they overturn that shit, man, that would be a complete disgrace to the sport. You know, and I don't think that they're going to do that, man, because you have no real case, man. You really don't. You really don't. I mean, you're crying about the points that were taken from you, but you're forgetting that there was a knockdown that you got credited for that wasn't even a real knockdown. That's the one thing I noticed you're not really talking about that too much. You know what I'm saying? So if you do the math, then you still lost the fight, man. You still lost a very close fight. Or a fight that actually appeared to be close. The fight might not have even been as close as a lot of people think it was. Because like I said, man, a lot of those fucking punches that he was throwing, it wasn't effective. And none of them were really landing flush. A lot of them weren't landing flush. He did land some good shots here and there, you know, but it wasn't nothing to where he can say that he was robbed because he did not dominate this fight. He did, man. You need to shut the fuck up, man. If you can't get the rematch with Peterson, then do what you plan to do all along. Go up to 147 and get your ass whipped up there, man, because that's what's going to happen to you up there. After watching that fight with Peterson, I can clearly see that you're going to get your ass whipped, man. You're going to run into some fucking problems at 147, man. Because, see, you're dealing with Peterson, a guy who doesn't even have power, man. He doesn't have a lot of power in his punches. You know, he can hurt you, but he ain't no knockout artist or nothing like that. Okay, but when you run into fucking Victor Ortiz, man, I think Victor Ortiz is going to knock his ass the fuck out if they ever fought. You get in there with the guy like Berto, who throws an excellent uppercut, and you're sitting here, you get uppercutted every time your back touches the ropes. I mean, you could get hit with 2 or 3 uppercuts in a row every time your back hits the ropes. What do you think Berto is going to do to you, man? He's probably going to knock you the fuck out too, man. I mean, I don't see a lot of success for you at 147. I really don't. And I don't hate Amir Khan. I'm not hating on Amir Khan. So I hope nobody leaves me no shit like that, because that's not what it is. You know what I'm saying? I've actually had good things to say about Amir Khan when a lot of people hadn't. You know what I'm saying? But now, after watching that fucking fight, man, I see that I was giving Amir Khan a little bit too much credit. You know what I'm saying? I thought Amir Khan was a lot better than what he actually showed me the last couple of times I've seen him. You know, he doesn't have a lot of skill, man. He's just fast, and he can punch hard, man. That's it. There's no fucking technique. There's no skill or nothing there that I see. You know, he throws the same combinations over and over again, and he becomes repetitive. And when he gets hurt or if he can't stay on the outside, when he's fighting somebody who's trying to pressure him, the only thing he's going to do, he's going to fucking run. Or he's going to get caught on the ropes, and all he's going to do is hold up his little high guard and get punched right through it. That's what I see from Amir Khan. I don't see anything special, man. You know, I don't think he has that it factor, man, that I like to look for in future Hall of Famers or, you know, just all-time greats. You know, I just don't see it in him at this point. So he needs to stop crying, man. You know, listen, give Maidana a rematch. You can fight him if you want to stay at 140. You can fight Devin Alexander. Since both of y'all fight the same, that's going to be just a slap boxing contest. That's all that's going to be. But you can fight him. You can try to make the fight with Timothy Bradley again, seeing as though it didn't really work out the first time you tried to make the fight happen. Try something else, man, if Peterson is not going to give you the rematch. And stop crying, man. Because Peterson beat you fair and square, and he has the right to fight whoever he wants to next. He doesn't have to fight you next if you don't want to. Because you were on that bullshit before, too. You know what I'm saying? Where you didn't want to give nobody no fucking rematches. Now, all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, it's a big deal when the shit is being done to you. See, the problem with you, Amir Khan, is that you're feeling yourself too much, man. You were talking all of that shit before you came across that pond about how you had more fans than the hometown guy, Peterson. You had more fans than him. You insulted that man like that. Then you come here. You don't get treated like a fucking king, like you think you're some type of royalty or something. You didn't get a decision handed to you, excuse me. And because of this, because you didn't get the Pacquiao treatment, you want to insult. You went straight to insulting the people in Washington and everything else. But I thought you had more fans in Washington, though. Now all of a sudden, you know, they ain't shit. You're insulting them now. Get the fuck out of here, man. You know, you need to figure out what you're gonna do, man. Because really, I don't even care. I hope Peterson don't give you a fucking rematch now. Take your ass up to 147 and fight some competition there. And let's see what fucking happens to you there, man, because I don't see it going well for you. That's my little piece on Amir Khan. You guys drop your comments. I'm out.